do this in 2 takes. Hi everyone, I'm Lana Carson with Pound Buddies Animal Shelter and Animal Care and Control from Muskegon County. So we had some questions that come up this morning on Facebook on what it takes to get your dog back if he or she is impounded at the animal shelter. So we want to answer those questions for you. But first, even before your dog gets to the shelter, the first thing that you can do to ensure that they end up home quickly without coming to the animal shelter is really simple. And it's this: put a collar on your dog. Not only a collar, but something with their name, your name or address or phone number. So if law enforcement or animal control or Good Samaritan finds your dog running loose somewhere and it has identification of where the dog belongs, your dog is going to be returned back home. Even if we find a dog in the field and it has identification on, we're going to bring your dog home. We really don't want to bring the dog to the animal shelter. So guys, this is on you. This is your responsibility. Put identification and a collar on your dog. All right. So in the event that your dog does get picked up because there's no identification and we don't know where the dog lives and they end up at Pound Buddies, you're still going to get your dog back. So this is what you can expect. If your dog, when you come in, is current on his or her license, dog license, and this is required in the state of Michigan, your dog does need to be registered in the county that you reside. So if you're current on the dog license, you come in, you sign your dog out, you're good to go. All right? If, however, your dog is not current on the license, don't worry, you're still going to get your dog back. We just have you fill out a little form. So what that form states is just a reminder that in the state of Michigan, you are required 3 things. Number 1, your dog is prohibited from running at large, all right? The dog can't leave your property. Now, we know accidents happen, and that's why places like Pound Buddies and other municipal shelters are here to protect those animals and the public from the safety risks of dogs running at large, okay? Second, they are required to have the rabies vaccine. Now, this vaccine can only be administered by a veterinarian. If you have a veterinarian, you can find your veterinarian. Otherwise, Tractor Supply, or we even help on that too. But that form, we can help you with resources on obtaining that rabies vaccine. Number 3 is the dog must be licensed in the county that you reside. These are not Pound Buddy concerns. These are not Muskegon County. These are state laws, okay? So minimum responsibility for any dog owner in the state of Michigan: prohibit your dog from running at large, rabies vaccine, and licensing, okay? So if you don't have that, again, our first priority is to get the dog back home to you. So you will we will take your driver's license. The owner of the dog must come claim the dog. We will take a $40 cash exact change deposit, of which you will get back as soon as you bring that license in. And we will give you 14 days to do that. That is incredibly gracious because other places, other municipal shelters, you must have compliance before the dog leaves the shelters. Other places, the only thing I've heard is about a 5-day grace period. We even will help you with the rabies vaccine with our veterinarian if you're in need of that, okay? So, again, this is what you have to do on your part. We want to get the dog back home to you. As far as any other fees, if your dog comes in within the first 24 hours of being at the shelter, and this is the incentive, get on that horn. If your dog is not in your living room or your backyard, if your dog is missing, this is the first place that you should check, all right? If your dog leaves the shelter within 24 hours of coming in, we do not charge impound. However, if they are here after that 48 hours, and especially into that 3rd day, we are going to vaccinate your dog. This full form of how much that costs, and those vaccines will start at $45. That's your Bordetella, your DHLPP. We're going to vaccinate your dog, and we will recoup those costs. If after that the dog is still not claimed, we do charge $10 a day. After 7 days, guys, by Michigan state law, that dog goes up for adoption, okay? So our goal with the incentives that we have, come in and get your dog right away. We will help you with your rabies. We will give you a grace period for your licensing. We do not charge impound. Come get your dogs right away. Now, again, if they're not, then yes, there are fees, but we wait for that 2nd or 3rd day to even do that before we start charging. So we really want you to come in and get that dog. As far as anything else, I've seen some crazy comments that we ask about your fencing or where you live. None of that is true. That is never, it's not on a form that we use. You're not going to see anywhere on here, do you have a fence? Okay, it doesn't matter. Don't care where your dog came from. The dog got out. Whether you have a fence electric fence, no fence, it doesn't matter. So all we want to do is get your dog back to you, okay? So those are the fees. That's it. It's a $40 refundable. There are times, and especially after hours or during the day, if we have to go out and get your dog, that you may be charged a $25 animal control pickup fee. That's it. So please, please, please come get your dog. If you have any further questions, please contact us directly. Do not believe or what you see or read on Facebook. Believe you me, there are two sides to every story on this. But our goal is to get the dog back to you. All pet owners in the state of Michigan have a responsibility, those 3 responsibilities. The rest, we're here to help you out, keep your dog safe, and get them back to you. So I hope that answers your questions. If you have any more, feel free to reach out, give us a call. Thanks.